There's a quiet lie that keeps high achievers exhausted. It whispers that rest must be earned, that once you finally do enough, achieve enough, prove enough, then you can breathe. But that day never comes because the lie keeps moving the finish line. And you know the voice I'm talking about. It's the one that says if I get through this season or once I hit that goal, then life will slow down. But the moment you arrive there, the goalpost just shifts again. So you've learned how to work hard, but you've forgotten how to work whole. You keep chasing peace through your performance. You believe that rest is going to follow your results. And it's left you weary, and not just in your body, but in your spirit. Because here's the truth. No amount of achievement can fill the space that only alignment can heal. And I lived there for years myself. The outside looked successful, but inside it was just this constant sprint. Me proving I was valuable by what I produced. It's this subtle slavery that hides behind ambition. We tell ourselves it's excellence, but what it really is fear in disguise. This fear of slowing down, because slowing down might expose the emptiness beneath all of that motion. Now listen, rest isn't weakness, it's wisdom. It's not the opposite of progress, it's the strategy that actually sustains your progress. See, we've been trained to see rest as the reward for progress, but in God's design, rest precedes progress. Creation began with a Sabbath rhythm, and not as a suggestion, but as a blueprint. Yes, God worked and then rested, but humanity's first full day was rest. Adam woke up into Sabbath. Before he ever accomplished a single thing, he was invited to be with God. And that's the order that we've forgotten. Peace before progress. Rest before results. Identity before impact. Because when you start from rest, work becomes an act of stewardship and not an act of survival. You stop hustling to prove your worth and start building from the truth that you already have worth. You stop measuring success by how much you do, and you start noticing how much fruit peace really does produce in your life. And when you live in that rhythm, work feels lighter, and not because there's less of it, but because you're not carrying it alone. See, Jesus never said, "Come to me, all you who have it figured out." He said, "Come to me, all who are weary, and I will give you rest." The invitation was never to do more for him. It was just simply an invitation to do it with him. Now, if this hits home for you, I unpack thoughts like this every Saturday in my newsletter called Mindset Musings. They're just short reflections to help you move from striving to surrender. Let me share something I've been learning recently. When I stopped treating rest like a reward, my productivity didn't drop. My peace actually multiplied. Now, rest doesn't reduce fruit, it just roots it. It's not passive, it's participatory. It trains your heart to trust that God is still working even when you're not. And we talk a lot about time management, but the deeper issue is really trust management. So here's what the lie says. The lie says it's all up to you. Rest says, well, it's all in his hands. Lie also says you're going to fall behind. Rest says, hey, you're right where you need to be. What would it look like for you to believe that? To structure your days not around maximum output, but around faithful stewardship. To let Sabbath be your source and not your escape. See, that's the shift from striving to stewardship, from managing your outcomes to just honoring rhythms, because alignment is really what sustains the assignment. When your soul is settled, your strategy is finally going to start to make sense. The world calls this burnout. Scripture calls it disconnection. So you can't produce fruit when you've uprooted yourself from the vine. Jesus didn't say, hey, you know what, just work harder and I'll bless you. He said, abide in me and you'll bear much fruit. See, don't confuse abiding with inactivity. Abiding is not inactivity. It's really intimacy. It's a posture of peace that produces the strength that you need. God can do more with your surrender than you ever could with your striving. And the moment you learn to work from rest and not for it, your ambition does end up finding its rightful place. It stops being the driver and becomes the passenger. Now, yes, you still move forward, but now it's grace that's setting the pace. So you're not burning fuel, you're just flowing in the rhythm that's already been set up for you if you will just walk in it. And maybe that's what stewardship really means. It's just to take responsibility for your energy and not just your outcomes. And to protect the soil that your purpose grows from, to trust that the one who called you will in fact sustain you. And not because you're tirelessly working, but because he's faithful. So before you chase another milestone, just pause for a second. Ask yourself, am I building from peace or am I building toward peace? Because peace built after progress never lasts. But progress built from peace will change literally everything. And when you're ready to align your life to what matters most, when you're done managing exhaustion and you're ready to steward your energy with intention, book a clarity call with me. We'll walk through how to structure your work and your world around rest and rhythm and purpose. Because listen, peace isn't the prize for performing well. It's just the promise for trusting fully.